The storm begins. Silently, history always tells a similar story. When an empire begins to collapse, from the outside it doesn't look very different. Money continues to be printed. Markets seem calm. Leaders spread hope. But inside, a hidden crack forms. When the dollar left the gold standard in 1971, the world stepped into a completely different game. Money was no longer metal, but merely a promise. This statement provided confidence as long as America's power continued. But power does not last forever. Just like the slow depreciation of the Roman denarius. Just like the British pound silently withdrawing from the world stage in the 1940s. The strength of the dollar is no longer what it used to be. This time, the change is not coming rapidly, but with a silent shift. The world's biggest debt. To understand the collapse of the dollar, a single number is enough. America's total debt has exceeded $38 trillion. This is not just a number. This is an explosive charge placed at the foundation of the dollar's international trust. Every dollar is actually created as a result of debt. As debt increases, money increases. As money increases, value decreases. And as value decreases, people begin to turn to other options. Like in Rome, like in Weimar Germany, like in Argentina in the 2000s. When trust disappears, money disappears. Today, central banks around the world accept one truth. The dollar cannot dominate forever. The first signs of the reset. In the last 3 years, an invisible shift has occurred in the dollar system. Countries have begun accumulating gold in their reserves instead of dollars for the first time. More than 120 countries have switched to using local currencies in trade. BRICS is preparing a common currency to serve as an alternative to the dollar. The world's largest economies have stopped buying American debt. Normally, such actions would signal a disaster. But this time, the world is doing it quietly. Because everyone is aware of one fact. The calmer this change happens, the fewer the shocks. But at some point, this silence will end, and the system will have to be reshaped. Reset. Why the restart is inevitable. Every economic system goes through the same cycle. Money is created. Debt expands. Trust decreases. Collapse begins. A new system is established. These 5 stages have never changed throughout history. Today, America has reached the end of the 3rd stage. Trust is decreasing. Because debts can no longer be repaid. Taxes are insufficient. Pressures are increasing. Money is being printed faster. In this situation, there is only one thing governments can do. Restart the system. Throughout history, this has been given different names. Reform, restructuring, monetary expansion, stability package. But in reality, they all meant the same thing. The order collapses. A new order begins. What will the new financial order look like? So what will replace the dollar? The answer is not actually a single currency, a new system, a new architecture. According to experts, the new system will consist of 3 parts. A multi-reserve structure. The dollar will still exist, but will not be the sole dominant force. The euro, yuan, gold, and central bank digital currencies will be used simultaneously. The beginning of the digital money era, paper money is entering its final phase. Central banks want to completely digitize money. The return of gold. Whenever monetary systems collapse, gold always returns. Because gold is the final refuge of trust. This change will not happen suddenly. But you don't need to be an economic expert to see that the process has begun. You just need to look at the past. When the reset moment arrives, the dollar will not disappear suddenly. No one will shout "breaking news" on the screen. Instead, banks will impose withdrawal limits. The purchasing power of money will decline much faster. Taxes will rise. Major companies will begin to collapse. Countries will use the dollar less in trade. Then one day, without anyone fully noticing, the new system will officially come into effect, just like in the final days of Rome. When the empire died, no one could point to a single moment, because the collapse had taken a long time. Today, the same thing is happening. So what can we do as individuals? If history teaches anything, it is this. When money disappears, value does not disappear. It merely changes hands, and real value always gathers in the same things: productive skills, knowledge, gold, land, real assets, independent income generation, a crisis-resistant life structure, and minds that detect change early. The dollar reset does not mean the end of the world, but it definitely means the end of the current system. The new financial structure will offer far more opportunities than the previous one. Some people will be lost in this period. Others will rise. The difference between them depends on only one thing: preparation. The world's greatest monetary revolution has begun silently. You watched this video because you are one of those who noticed. History does not reward money. It rewards those who understand money. And the new financial order opens its door to those who understand it first. If you enjoy videos like this, don't forget to follow me and subscribe to the channel.